Today's topic is Erickson's psychosocial theory, the 8 stages of life. Erik Erikson was born in Germany to the parents of Danish stock. He was introduced to food in Vienna. After working there for some time, he migrated to America. Erickson's living in the migrated land convinced that the Freud, in giving over importance to sex instinct, had undermined the influence of social and cultural experience in shaping human behavior. Another modification he introduced in Freudian theory is related with the age extension of mature adult to 65 and beyond. For this reason, his theory is called psychosocial stages of development in contrast to Freud's psychosexual stages. Erickson described 8 different stages from the psychological point of view. From the educational point of view, these stages have great significance. So, now let us discuss Erickson's psychosocial theory of human learning and development in this video. Now, let us see stages of psychosocial development. In Erickson's perspective, personality grows out of successful resolution of dichotomies, for example, like trust versus mistrust. According to Erickson, people adapt to the world of living by employing both the positive and negative qualities of a particular stage of development. However, the positive qualities have to outweigh the negative qualities for the well adjusted behavioral development. The first stage is trust versus mistrust, which is from birth to 1.5 years. Infant's basic impulses revolves around his or her oral satisfaction, like taking in food and actions such as biting. These experiences are provided by the mother and lead to a comfort and satisfaction for the infant. In case the mother handles this need firmly, that is consistently, continuously and with the sameness of experience together with the sense of loving, then the infant develops trust. This provides confidence in the outer world and forms the core of the infant's ego. However, if these oral needs are not met, then the infant develops a sense of mistrust. Second stage is autonomy versus shame and doubt, which is from 1.5 years to 3 years. Toilet training of an infant provides experiences in holding on and letting go. The trust developed in the first stage can be violated in case the parent ignores ejection, forms an outlet for the child to decide for him or herself how to execute these needs. A conflict developed whether to control bowels or to respond to parental pressure to eliminate on their request or not. Not to do so on parental commands lead to a sense of shame. The third stage is initiative versus guilt, which extends from 3 to 7 years. It is a period of conflict development for the children of 3 to 7 years. The conflict arises due to children's sexual and aggressive advances towards the parent because they discourage this act. Children who are made feel unworthy, immoral and dirty due to this overt act tends to develop an enduring sense of guilt in the coming year. The fourth stage is industry versus inferiority, which is from 7 to 12 years. On entering the school system, children engage in variety of play or academic activities. Success in these activities leads to development of their competence. Failure negates it. Honest parental support lead to a sense of productivity among children, but non-supportive parents built a sense of despair and inferiority in children. The fifth stage is identity versus role confusion, which extends from 12 to 18 years. With the onset of puberty, acquired security and identities are badly shaken among the adolescents. Sexual impulses and relations with others pose severe problems for them. The adolescents doubt about their feelings they hunt for the personal identity on the basis of their sex role. It also affects their career plans. All this create a floundering condition in them. It deters them in moving in an assured direction of work world. Those adolescents who come to the grip of unique and integrated personality become better individuals. Those who fail in this and in sense of isolation and hence treat the path of frustrated being. The sixth stage is intimacy versus isolation, which is from 18 to 30 years. During this period, a need to love someone of the opposite sex is intensely felt. This provides mutually satisfying state of affair. However, it is no more tacked to the sex alone, but instead of it, intimacy is extended to the spheres like work, recreation, parenthood as well as to procreation process. This kind of intimacy is actually difficult to achieve because of sexual inhibitions and adaptation to other interests and needs and lifestyles. If it is achieved, then it leads to a better adjustment by the person. If otherwise, then conflicts arise due to the non-attainment of goal. Such person in general feel as if they are not liked by anyone and feel isolated from the society. The seventh stage is generativity versus self-absorption, which is from 30 to 60 years. In terms of age span, no other stage has such a big range of development. In human life, this stage is associated with the fulfilling of the ego with the adult responsibilities largely of parenthood. The term generativity encompasses meaning like the fostering and enriching of one's perceived interest, promotion of welfare activities and rearing of one's children. Non-achieved goal lead to frustrating situation in the areas of self-interest and hatred for work culture condition. All these cause stagnation among people. People who hold others responsible for their stagnation feels miserable and also resort to this style of life. The last stage is integrity versus disgust, which is 60 years plus. During this stage, the healthy person feels the sense of having led a wholesome life. He had a meaningful perspectives of living. Being a human and lived like it makes him happy. These are persons who feel being self-actualized. Therefore, they possess ego integrity. Non-actualized person feels disappointment, failure and loss. Ego integrated person display positive view of death. Fear of death haunts those who manifest despair. For such person, it is already late to embark on a better style of living. For Erickson, person who display ego integrity have achieved emotional integration for better 65 plus and beyond living. Now, let us solve MCQ on this topic. Question number 1. Which stage develops sense of self-control and adequacy in child? The answer of question 1 is D, because in stage 2, autonomy versus shame and doubt, child develops the sense of self-control and adequacy. Question number 2. Which stage of development has biggest range of development? Answer of question 2 is C, because stage 7, generativity versus self-absorption, is the longest in terms of age span. Question number 3. Adolescence is marked with which problem? Answer of question 3 is A, because adolescents hunt for personal identity on the basis of their sex role. Here we finish Erickson's psychosocial theory, the 8 stages of life. Thank you.